My relationship ended because he hated my body.
Hey guys, it's Cece here. Thank you so much for clicking to watch this video. So I just want us to see this video from this content creator. I'm gonna pin her details in the comment in case you want to check her out on TikTok. And of course, this video credit goes to her. Now, she is basically sharing why her relationship ended. Now, in her own words, she said that her relationship ended because her man hated her body. And we all know that this is a thing. I don't like it when men complain about a woman's body, especially the ones that have, you know, given birth to one, two, three children, and they still want her to have this, figure eight shape, which have literally lured women into doing what they are not supposed to do because they want to please their man. And then at the end of the day, this same man will leave them for another woman. Like, make it make sense. Okay, let's just see this video. And I just want us to have this conversation today. And of course, I'm going to show you some screenshots of comments. Check this video out.
My relationship ended because he hated my body. I really wish that this was one of those satirical videos that I usually do, but it's not. This is probably the hardest video that I will ever make, hopefully. I've debated a lot about sharing this story, but after talking to so many people in my life about this, I am finally kind of ready to share. It was a very long conversation. He kind of told me that he didn't want to tell me the reason why he wanted to break up with me, and I eventually kind of pried it out of him. He said that his therapist also wanted him to tell me the reasoning. He's just like sitting on the couch and he like raises his voice and he goes, "There are just things about your body that I hate." My God. Awesome. If you guys didn't know, I've been pretty open about it. I had an ED for many years. I got treatment for it. After that, I was in another relationship that was extremely stressful, and I gained a lot of weight while I was in that relationship because I was stress eating. So within the last like 6 or 7 years, I've experienced both spectrums of relationships with food. So knowing that, you can imagine how difficult it was for me to kind of process that this was the reasoning. Apparently everything else about me was perfect, but he was not attracted to me. I wish I could go back in time and just hug myself, because my first reaction to it, to hearing that he wasn't attracted to me, was I wanted to fix it. I was like, how is there just an issue with like attraction in general in your life? Like, what is going on? Which is kind of funny because I feel like I feel like that response was kind of like, I definitely know it's not me, but like, what's going on? What's going on with you? But he like very confidently was like, no, I've been attracted to other women while we've been together. I'm obviously laughing now, but it was terrible. It was really terrible in the moment. After we had this conversation, I went back home to San Diego. We were still kind of navigating what to do, but I feel like after I heard all of those words, especially the word hate, I just knew that things could never ever go back to normal. Hate is just such a strong word to use about someone else's body. And I know that. I know that because like that's the word for so long that I used about my own body. And after going to San Diego, I immediately found a therapist because I was starting to do things that I just hadn't done in so many years. It took us a couple days to break up for real. I think after a little while he realized that he had made a mistake apparently, and he told me that he would stay with me like and like learn to get over these like thoughts that he was having about me. And it's like, how do you stay with someone who has to learn to find you attractive, like after you've done everything for them and poured yourself out. It's just like ridiculous. I was not going to let myself put myself in that situation because that's not okay. I know that people have types and stuff like that, but when I asked, like, I was like, is this something that just happened over time? He was like, no, I was never attracted to you. He was like, even on our first date, he wasn't attracted to me. And he was like, oh, so many people think you're so attractive, so I just thought it would grow over time. And I have a pretty face, so, you know, he thought something was going to happen. Which is like genuinely, I think, like the cruelest thing that someone has ever said to me. He was like, oh, you used to be a model. Like, I just thought that like I could like get over it. And it's like just shocking to hear that someone needs to get over the way your body looks. I feel like I've even made videos about this type of man, and it's so scary that like a size 4 is something that's so unattractive. I literally shudder to think about what these types of people think about women who are bigger than I was. I just ultimately ended up ending things because I could not, I just couldn't do it. And honestly, in the beginning, it was so hard. My mom wanted to like make me feel better, and we went out to buy like some new clothes for me. I couldn't even like walk past the mirrors at the store, like just looking at myself, like I felt repulsive. I just so easily saw myself through his eyes because I used to think that way before I went through recovery. And then something just kind of clicked in my head one day. I was like, why would I ever let this man who is clearly mentally ill dictate how I feel about myself? I think ultimately what I didn't relate to is when I love somebody unconditionally. And so the thought of everything being so perfect about a person, but then to criticize their body, a body that has gotten me through recovery, that has gotten me through 2 attempts, that has gotten me through living through a childhood filled with DV. How dare you criticize me and the body that has gotten me through so much, that has done so much for so many people. It's so much in my nature to protect people, and even when we were breaking up, he literally pleaded with me and asked me not to make a mean video about him. And I said that I wouldn't, but the more and more time goes on, I do so much for so many people. What about me? What about my feelings? What about how I feel? This has altered the way I look at myself forever. At this point, I'm doing so much better with my body image, but that comment, it haunts me. A month after all of this happened, I got signed to a modeling agency. I've been focusing on myself so much more. I've been pouring all of the love I used to pour into other people into my own life, and I don't recognize that person that sat on that couch and tried to beg to be loved and appreciated and accepted. And it feels so good to just be alone. I think I'm more confident than I ever have been in my body, which is great. You know, I still have my days, we all do. But I think the way that this is affecting me now, I've always been the person to love. And I'm just wondering, is it even realistic to expect to be loved back in the same way that I love? Is love just this chemical feeling and a contractual obligation between 2 people to stay together? Because I just genuinely don't know how someone could feel my love and then treat me like I was nothing. It's hard. I know that I'm beautiful. I know that. I don't need some white guy to tell me that. I'm an influencer. I'm a model. My job is to be beautiful. I think my personality and I think my resilience has always been my best qualities. Having my partner look at my body and tell me that I was unattractive, genuinely, was my biggest fear. And it happened to me. And I lived. I'm alive. It didn't ruin me. Well, completely, but I think my attitude towards life has changed so much. I used to be so scared to do so many things, and I'm like, dude, I I've experienced the worst thing, and like it'll be fine. It'll be fine. I've grown this community around talking about misogyny and talking about body positivity, and it just felt wrong to not talk about this. I know probably a lot of women have gone through something similar as well, so I just wanted to share in hopes that this is impactful for anybody else. Thank you guys for being there. I'll get through this one. I really am all right. Thank you for listening, and I'll see you later. Bye.
Wow. She says she is size 4. Size 4. She's a model. I'm. What does men really want? Size 4? No. Size 12? No. Size 14? No. 16? 20? No. What does men really want? A lot of women have been in this position. They judge them. They laugh at their body. Guys, I know. I don't know what to say. Okay, I just want us to run it down to women that have given birth to children. We all know that this is a thing. Now, after putting to bed, obviously women will put on a lot of weight. And then some women would hit the gym to, get back into shape. And then some other women, for some reason, will be finding it very difficult to do that. Now, as a man, why would you dislike a woman because of her body? Remember, she just put to bed. The least you could do is to love and appreciate her. Even if you want her to get back into shape, there's a way to go about it. Just take her to the gym. Like, talk to her and say, let's go to the gym. But don't rub it on her face. Like, don't, make jest of her, or like tell her that she doesn't look good anymore. Come on. This is a thing. This is obviously a thing. And I think men really need to stop this. Anyways, you guys, what you have to say about this video? I saw this video, obviously. I thought to bring it here so we all could see it and talk about it, because it is a thing. And I know that there are a lot of women that are, in this situation, that have been in this situation before. Please, this is 2024. Men, learn to appreciate your woman's body. Anyways, you guys, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like this video, share, comment, and of course, come back for another video. I'm gonna see y'all in my next one. Y'all stay blessed. Bye.